Now then everybody, it's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing alright today as always. So then guys, I've actually managed to get hold of a Wolves fan that agreed to come on and just give a little preview from the opposition's perspective on this weekend's game that's between Leeds United and Wolves at Ellen Road. I've got Dave from the Talking Wolves YouTube channel to come on and, as I say, just give us a little bit of insight, from their point of view, their thoughts on Leeds and their overall start to this season. Obviously, they did start off a little bit shaky, but of late they have picked up some form, so it is going to be a really tough game for us. But just before we hand over to Dave, as always, please smash the like button, please subscribe, and yeah, over to you, Dave.
Hey guys, my name is Dave from fan channel Talking Wolves. Hope you're all keeping well and safe. And just giving my thoughts really ahead of Wolves' trip to Ellen Road to face off against Leeds United on Saturday. Really looking forward to it, to be fair. Wolves now have picked up a little bit of form. We've won 3 games on the bounce and slowly climbing up the table. But I think against Leeds United, it's always going to be a tough game. We had 2 really close games against you guys last season. It was a shame they were both behind closed doors because I'm sure a lot of fans would have been looking forward to seeing what the atmosphere would have been like at Ellen Road. Obviously, with a packed Ellen Road, I think the stadiums would have been crazy for you guys last season. But I am looking forward to it. It's going to be an intriguing and interesting game in terms of how Wolves have started this season. We had really good numbers in our first 3 games of the season, but you look at our opponents who we faced off against. We played Leicester, we played Spurs, and we played Manchester United. 3 on paper very tough games, and unfortunately came away with absolutely nothing. So we went into the international break hoping that we can maybe come back and hit the ground running, and we sort of did that. We beat Watford quite comfortably. It wasn't our best performance of the season, but ended up getting a 2-0 win there. Then went back to Molineux, and Brentford beat us quite comfortably in a really frustrating game. But since then, we've bounced back. We've got a win against Southampton. We've got a win against Newcastle United. And now, most recently, we had our dramatic comeback victory against Aston Villa, being 2-0 down and scoring 3 goals in the last 10 minutes to secure us a victory, which is obviously a fantastic win for us. So yeah, things are looking good. Things are looking positive. Of course, it's been a little bit of a transitional period for Wolves, with us losing Nuno Espirito Santo at the end of last season, him going to Spurs, and us bringing in Bruno Lage, who doesn't have a massive experience, but in that experience that he does have, it's quite good. He won the league very comfortably with Benfica a couple of years ago in Portugal. Had an unbelievable run there, and a very positive, forward-thinking manager. Very unlike sort of Nuno, who was very, you could say, Jose Mourinho-esque, quite negative and defensive and wanted to counter-attack. Bruno is forward-thinking. He likes to attack. He likes to be positive, and it's quite attractive and appealing to watch as a Wolves fan as well. Those opening games, which I alluded to earlier, although they were disappointing in games and we dropped points and got defeats, we still played attractive football. And sometimes, I know it's not ideal, but sometimes you don't mind paying for your season ticket or your entry fee when you're still getting to see quite attractive football. But yeah, against Leeds United, in terms of the Wolves team news, what we know so far, we still have 3 pretty major injuries with Johnny, our left wing back, has been out injured for a long while. Pedro Neto is still out injured. He won't be back for this game. And a new Colombian centre-back that we signed in the summer, Gerson Mosquera, is also going to be out. So the squad is pretty much how it has been throughout most of the season. Francisco Trincao, who we signed on loan from Barcelona, had been self-isolating for COVID, but he's back in training now and could be in contention for Saturday's game. But it's going to be interesting to see how it starts. Wolves have been playing with like a 5-2-3. We did change that up slightly for our game against Aston Villa, but for me, it didn't work. It was really, really disappointing for that first 80 minutes of that game. So I'd probably say Wolves will start with a 5-2-3 or a 3-4-3, whichever way you want to look at it, with Jose Sarr in goal, Romain Saiss, Conor Cody and Max Kilman across the back 3. Your 2 wing-backs are Marçal on the left and Nelson Semedo on the right. The 2 central midfielders of João Moutinho and Ruben Neves. And the front three is very, very difficult for me to decide. I think Raul Jimenez is a cert to start through the middle. And then the two wingers is up for grabs, really. Could be Hwang Hee-chan, who scored 3 goals for us in the league already this season. It could be Francisco Trincao, who I've spoke about just. It could be Daniel Podence, who came on against Villa and made a real difference. Or it could be, of course, Adama Traore, who gave Leeds fans a little bit of a headache last time. I think, he sort of scored that goal that gave us the win in the second game with his shot from range, bounced off the woodwork and hit off Millier's back and into the back of the net. So, in terms of a score prediction, I always like to back Wolves. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Leeds fans will be disappointed with how they've started, and I always like to back Wolves, so I'm going to go with a 1-0 Wolves victory. But all the best for the rest of the season, and I'll catch you guys very, very soon.